All right, so we are recording, so let's go ahead and get started here. So my name is Dena, and I am the owner of Radiant Journey Coaching. I am a women's confidence and visibility coach, and I work with female entrepreneurs to help them build their confidence and their visibility in their online businesses. And I am here joined by my colleague, Tim Shank. Tim, you want to go ahead and give yourself a little intro here as well?
Be more than happy to, Dena. So as she mentioned, I am Tim Shank. I also go by the name, and this is also my branding tag, Shank NATO, which represents people being at their highest, most confident self, which intersects with what Dena teaches in confidence. I do content, or what is copywriting, and I also do a level of coaching, all put into expression. So I help people tap into their awesome talents and express themselves in a way that they can attract their biggest raving fans, who then buy from them and support them. And everything that I do is from the perspective of being that I approach things as the biggest fan of who I serve.
Excellent. Awesome. Thanks, Tim. That's great. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of jump in, so we're not taking up too much time for everybody tonight. And I'm going to go first, and this is the first time that I've been doing this, so hopefully it works out. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to share my screen, hopefully, and pull this up so you guys can see this beautiful little slideshow that I put together. So tonight I'm going to talk about confidence and visibility coaching, and these are my 5 tips that I feel are extremely helpful for entrepreneurs to really grow themselves and grow their brand. So let's go ahead and get started here. So the first one is be comfortable being you. So we all say, you need to really, be yourself. Everyone says be yourself. And some people go, well, I'm shy and I'm not really sure who that is. So these are just the tips that I like to think of. Don't fake it. So you've all heard the expression, fake it till you make it. Well, honestly, in my opinion, that's a bunch of bunk. Because if you fake it, your clients will know that you're faking it, and they won't find you authentic. So be your true self. If that means that you're soft-spoken, or if that means that sometimes, you prefer one-on-one instead of large groups, be yourself when it comes to this. That's something that's very important. Let people get to know you. Share your story with people. No sales pitch is more powerful than how your product or your services or your lifestyle has changed your life, has had an impact in your life. That's what people want to know. They can buy the product from anywhere, but they want to know why have you chosen to go this path? And then finally on this part, it's something to remember that nobody is a better you than you. All right. This was something that Tim and I came up with over coffee, and it's really just important because a lot of times we try to emulate other people, and we try to really we try to focus on what we should be instead of who we truly are. So please remember that nobody is a better you than you. All right. Second tip that I have here, spend time on yourself. Get to know yourself and your comfort level. That is key. So a lot of coaches, a lot of times you hear it, they say you have to do Facebook Lives and you have to get out there. And some people go, oh, no, like that's not me. I'm not comfortable with that. And so you need to find out what you're comfortable with. Maybe you like just posting a picture of yourself with a paragraph. Or maybe, you are a Facebook Live, or maybe you're a face-to-face person. Find out what you like, okay? Find a way to be comfortable with yourself. And then what do you like and what don't you like, okay? So this is key when it comes to products and it comes to different coaching programs. What do you like to do when you're coaching? Do you like group programs? Do you like to attend seminars? Finding those things is going to be able to help you learn what kind of products that you should be, or what kind of programs you should be able to show people and offer. And then finally, it's how do you like to be sold to? All right. This is a big one because I see it all the time. And we all see it. when we're on Facebook and we have those people that just post a generic photo of either whether it's makeup or it's oils or it's something, and you go, what, I don't like being sold like that. I like to see some personal aspects of why people are selling those things or how those can help me. So if you don't like seeing those in people's feeds, you need to stop putting them in people's feeds as well. If you're someone that really hates seeing those comments that say, show me in a GIF or whatever, GIF, whatever people are calling it these days, what is the, something or other, and those drive you nuts, then don't post things like that. So you need to really realize how you like to be sold to, so then therefore you can sell that way to your people. Okay. The third one that I have here, acknowledge where you are in your journey. Okay, this one is really important, and it takes the most time because it really does help or it really does affect how you attack everything in your life, not just your business. So embrace your situation. Are you in a situation where you need this entrepreneurial journey to be a full-time gig? For one reason or another, you have to make a living at it? Or is it a hobby that you're hoping you can take your family on vacation with? Are you going through a weight loss journey on your own and you're looking to share it with people? Embrace the situation that you are in your life right now, okay? The second one that I have is stop projecting on others. I hear this all the time with my clientele, and I need to really express this. So they say to me, they go, oh, well, people don't want to buy my product because I'm not a mom, or I haven't lost the weight, or I'm not in their age group. Well, here we are. We're already assuming that people aren't going to buy from us. And if we're projecting that they're not going to buy from us already, then we're not going to make a sale with them. So it's really important that we stop projecting onto others our own insecurities. Self-doubt is self-sabotage. This is something we need to really, really remember, because as soon as you start doubting your abilities, then you're going to not be giving it 100%. And if you're not giving it 100%, then ultimately what's going to end up happening is that you're going to fail. You're going to fail. The business is going to fail because you're already thinking that you can't do it. Okay. So the next thing that I have here, don't forget your moment. So this is the moment that you decided that this was the journey that you were going to take. Okay, be true to yourself. It's so, so super important that we are true to ourselves and what our journey is meant to be. Don't just take on any network marketing that comes your way. I see this all the time where I understand that people can be multi-passionate, but when they have 4 or 5 different, direct marketing companies that they work for, you just wonder, like, are they just, are they like direct marketing hoarders? Like, I don't, where does their passion actually lie? So, okay. And then one thing is, we all have bad days. I can definitely, absolutely tell you guys that we all have bad days, and there are definitely days when we want to give up and we don't want to do this, and that's when you have to, again, remember why you started. Maybe you do need to step away from your computer for a day, and that's fine. However, what you need to do is truly just give yourself time to get back into it, because we've all been there. We all have bad days, okay? And this is the time that you truly find your calling. When you remember the reason that you began, and then you will find the reason that you want to keep going with all of this, okay? Because it's the journey is like this. Whenever you're an entrepreneur, it's up and down. It's all, I say it's like this, but it's really kind of just like that, all over the place. It's crazy. So, just keep in mind why you started and where your passion lies, okay? And then the last thing I have here is keep your doors open. Okay. Oh, look at that little K. Anyway, so keep your doors open. So this one is really, really important. You want to find your tribe. Okay. You want to find the people that not only support you, but encourage you and push you to do a little bit more. Because if we find our safe little bubble, we're not going to succeed. So you want to find people who are like-minded like you. Okay. Too much noise can cause brain fog. So while you're finding your tribe, don't feel the need to join every single group. Don't feel the need to follow every, business entrepreneur that's out there or business coach that's out there, because you might be finding that there's too much information coming your way, so you're overwhelmed with it all. With that being said, it is encouraged to search out new ideas. As you search out new ideas, you're going to find, an idea that will click with you. Now, going back and forth between these two, it's great to search out new ideas, but you don't have to apply every idea that you hear. Find one or two or three that really resonates with you and run with those, okay? So those are my tips, my 5 tips for building your confidence within yourself and your business. And I'm going to go ahead here and stop sharing. And we'll go like this. All right, excellent. So if there's not any questions or anything like that, we'll go ahead and head right over to Tim, and he can do his thing and his 5 tips for confidence as well, and we will get going with that.
Thank you, Dena, and awesome job. I even learned a few new things myself.
Thank you.
The way what you said about direct marketing hoarders, that just gives me this disturbing and very interesting images in my head. And it does resonate with me a lot about the noise, because every one of us, when we're new to this, we want to follow all the popular people and get all the information, and we join all the groups and all the free trainings, and it just becomes an overload.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, as I mentioned earlier, I work on marketing content, copy, what is traditionally known. I use the word content because I hate the word copy. It doesn't feel like it doesn't really describe what I do very well. But that's a whole other webinar for that. So I work on the written piece, and I also work on people's personal expression, how you present yourself out into the world, both in your online networks and your offline networks. Something very important, being connected in both is how Dena and I connected and built the relationship that led to this fun little teaching. So as she talks about self-confidence, I'm going to teach you about taking that confidence and using it in your brand expression to really show yourself out there as a confident authority in what you're doing. And before I get to the first step, I want to say, just to clear up a misconception, confidence is not always the absence of fear. It's not that you are never afraid, or that when you approach something, it's not like you're completely eliminated from fear. You still can be afraid. In fact, even the moments before we pressed play, hit record, jumped into the Zoom link, we both had, the butterflies in our stomach. I had nerves. It happens. It will always happen. What confidence is that you are deciding that fear is not going to overcome what you're doing. Your goals and your mission are greater than the fear. So you acknowledge the fear exists, but you're saying, okay, hey buddy, I know that you have a purpose, and sometimes you try to serve and protect, but I need you to kind of sit in the corner for a little bit and let me take over. Daddy's got some work, or mommy's got some work to do. So one of my first important tips on brand expression is that you should always speak in your own authentic voice. People should hear you speaking as yourself. Dena gave the tip about being yourself and staying true to that, and I would say to use that, always speak as yourself. So your written content should always express what is uniquely and tied directly personally to yourself. It should express things that you believe in. It should express how you do things and what you do. Talk about where you're at now. You're acknowledging where you're at, but you also speak from where you are. And you're also telling a story about how you got there. You express the story of how you got to your business, what in your life led you to decide that what you wanted to do is what you're doing in your business. And most importantly, and this is one of my top pet peeves on content, and for the love of God, people, always write in the first person if you're speaking about yourself. I cringe when I see a self-branded person say in a bio and they start writing in the third person. And the reason why that's important is that you're trying to start a conversation with any new person that visits your online presence, your social media, your website. They're visiting your virtual home office, and they want to know that you're starting the conversation directly with them. They don't want to hear, if they hear a third person, it sounds like you're just sending out your assistant or your employee to start the conversation and give them the tour, instead of you saying, hey, this is me and I'm talking. So when I see if I see something that is written personally of yourself and you're describing yourself and you write it in the third person, I will big brother scold you about it. So just to make that known, what you believe, always speak uniquely to yourself. I say that you should be in the practice of creation and curation, not regurgitation. Don't just copy someone else's thoughts. Don't copy word for word exactly what your business coach told you, which a good business coach would tell you not to do that anyway, because then it would sound like you're just plagiarizing their lessons. But don't just go step by step by what they say. Share good content, share the things from the people that inspire you as the curation, but also have a creation. Talk about what that means to you, tie it into your message, and create your own unique message. And it even applies if you're in network marketing. I don't care what your upline tells you. It is okay for you to be unique. You don't have to just duplicate exactly what everybody else is doing. In fact, you will, considering that if you join network marketing, you're going to be selling a product that probably 50 other people that are within walking distance of you might also be selling. You do want to stand out to say why it's different for people to get that product from you as a method of success. Express your own thoughts, share the wisdom from others that fit your message. So it's a mixture of you speaking and also quoting and sharing the other great things that inspire you. Secondly, focusing on your passion. When you speak from your passion, that's when you really speak authentically. That's when people are really going to feel you. They're going to relate to you because they see you not just reading off of a script. They're going to see you speaking from things that really mean something to you. Both Dena and I are very passionate about the things that we do in our work, and we're very passionate about this subject and what we're speaking about. So it comes feeling naturally for us to speak about it, because this is what lights us up in the morning. This is the reason why we get up, because we want to accomplish this amazing mission that's been given to us. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't know my passions, or I don't know how to bring my passions into what I'm doing. And I would say do a little bit of self-reflection to figure that out, and ask yourself a few questions. Do some soul searching. What makes you feel accomplished? So if you've got a notebook, these are the things to write down. Ask yourself, what makes you feel accomplished? What are the things that you enjoy doing? Who are the people you enjoy helping? What are the things that you just never get tired of talking about? And it doesn't matter, even if it sounds like it might not be tied to your business. If it's your hobbies or just things you really enjoy, it's all a part of you, and you can tie it in some way. I mean, I'm very passionate about, a bunch of random little things. I mean, I'm passionate about Marvel. I'm passionate about old school video games of my childhood and the whole history of the industry. Small things like style and color, and there are ways to work them all in. And in fact, when you tie them in, you become even more passionate about your work because you're making it so uniquely yourself. And speaking of that word unique, this goes into my next tip, which is expressing your uniqueness and how you serve others. Always talk about how you help others. When you are talking about an offer or a product you sell, tie it in directly to how you're going to help other people. It's not just that you're selling this because you're making money or meeting a sales goal, but to show exactly how you're serving the community. What are they getting out of you? So for myself, I do content writing, and I do a level of coaching for people on their expressions, and that allows me to give them the ability to express themselves very uniquely in their mission, and it gives them content that, to me, is like them getting fan mail to themselves that is just so awesome and reflects them so well that they share it with the world. And they have this incredible confidence and that they become their own biggest fan. And they're so passionate about themselves that people become raving fans of them because they just love what they hear. So, and those are the people that are going to be buying from you. And also, even if they can't use what you're selling, they're going to promote you to the people they know who do. So and talk about what is lacking out there that you're providing. What in your service is filling a gap out there? Even if you do something that a lot of people do, how is it that you do it differently that people can only get from you? Sum it up in a much simpler context at 3 questions that you can ask yourself. What do you do? Why do you do it? Tying to Simon Sinek and finding your why. Who do you do it for? Actually, this is 4 questions. I'm sorry. And how you do it differently. And that's another tip of don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's a whole other sub tip. That's what happens when you do it live. And this is one of my favorite points about expression and about being yourself. And it is, don't be afraid to have some fun. Just like I just blew some bubbles. A grown 35-year-old man who enjoys his bubbles. And
awesome.
any society where that's wrong, I don't want to be right in.
Absolutely, Tim. Thank you. That's awesome.
That is, because in the professional business world, there's this pressure to leave out the fun side of your personality. Mm-hmm. You know, you're doing work, you're putting a lot of effort into it. You should be enjoying yourself at some points. You should be able to show the fun side, the silly side of yourself. That will make people feel at ease with you. They know that you're not just an automaton, a robot, or you're not just disseminating information. I think of my work as something that isn't just for information, but also for transformation. And to ease people through those transformations, I like to have fun. If you look through my social media, it's full of puns. I do Sunday Pun Day, a bunch of funny little snark and one-liners. I'm the person who is not yet a dad, but makes dad jokes. I show my fun stuff. My Instagram stories are loaded with, fun, silly little things like me doing lip-syncing dance parties to 80s metal every morning. Dena's got this look on her face because she knows she follows. But find those little funny things and put them into your content wherever you can, into your social media, into your website. Be playful, be fun. I mean, yeah, there's time where you want to be more serious, but you can mix work and play. And the most successful entrepreneurs out there find that balance and know how to and express that. Have even in fun fonts, fun images, bring your personal colors into it. So, purple's my soul color. You'll see a lot of purple around in my stuff. Just have fun, right? Or sometimes I say, if that's missing, I'll say to a client, hey, WTF, where's the fun?
I like that.
Yeah. And all of these things are about expressing yourself. My last tip is about expression to others. And it is that you should always be in the spirit of encouragement. Offer encouragement constantly. And if you're asking, Tim, to who? To my family, to my friends, to my other fellow entrepreneurs, or my coworkers if I'm part of a larger organization, strangers, people on the street, I'm going to say, yeah, all of them. Be encouraging to everybody. Your professional community, your family, your friends. Any opportunity that you get to lift somebody up and brighten somebody's day, do it. Sometimes you may even know who might need it. It's staying in that spirit of lifting people up. It's a giving and a receiving cycle, because if you're seen as a person who gives encouragement, who lifts people up, you're seen as that person who is really in it to serve other people, that isn't in it for just what they will get. People remember that, and they'll offer encouragement to you when you need it. And sometimes intuition might even tell you who needs it. I will tell you personally, there are a lot of times where I just get the urge to send some person a random note of encouragement, just saying, hey, even if we haven't talked in a while, I just felt the urge today to say you're awesome. Good luck on what you're doing. Virtual hug, virtual fist bump. Love ya. Have a great week.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
Yes. And each of these random people that I do this to will always respond with something to the extent of, I really needed that this week. I really needed that today.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if something in me knew who needed that.
Yeah, starting to listen to ourselves a little bit more is always a good idea. Yeah.
Always. Well, the good sides of ourselves.
Yes, yes, excellent.
The side that says have 5 rum and cokes in one night, probably not the one you want.
No. Maybe once in a while, but not tonight. So, Tim, did you have any more tips that you wanted to add?
I would say no, and just in that vein of encouragement, if somebody asks for it,
mm-hmm.
You see it on social media, or someone just kind of sounds like they're putting that vibe out there that they really need a boost, be one of the first people who gives it, because that is something people will always remember.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much for those tips. Those are so super helpful. And I think that it's going to be amazing for everybody who's watching this recording to be able to implement all of those on their own. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We do have a couple of special offers that we're going to be holding for those of you who had signed up to watch this and the replay. Tim, did you want to go ahead and explain your offer, and then you can stick it in the group chat section, and I'll explain mine and do the same.
I most certainly can do that, Oakley Dokley. So what I'm offering for everybody who signed up, if you're watching this live or watching the recording of this, I'm offering what I'm calling a gut check. Sometimes you really just kind of have to check your gut, and it is based on the tips that I've offered tonight about, speaking your own voice, speaking from passion, being unique, showing how you serve other people, fun, and encouragement. And it's going to involve 3 sessions with me on this very topic to make sure that does your expression express that. It has an audit of your online copy. That in its own is usually a separate service that I offer for about almost $200. And you're going to walk away from me with a strategy for how to move forward, of how to express yourself, and we'll talk about opportunities where you can test some things out, do some things a little better. And people who do sign up for this, I will tell you, will be getting, if you do sign up for this, including the copy audit, there is also a discount off my normal content writing services for anybody who can offer. So think of this as also a way to work with me on a less expensive investment to test me out, to see if you like me and you think, hey, I like this guy. Let's have me do some copy.
What's not to like, Tim, right? What's not to like? Yes.
It's a $397 value. All you webinar people get it for $297.
Excellent. That's great. And we will be sending out more information with the replay on that as well. But Tim, if you want to go ahead and just put a little bit of that information and maybe some way that people can reach you, an email address or a PayPal link or something like that in the group chat, we'll have it on there as well. So what I'm offering for people, which I'm so super excited about because I've never done anything like this before, I am offering a 3-week confidence and visibility group workshop, right? So it's for 3 weeks, and it is a small group workshop that's going to help build your confidence and visibility in your online business. So I'm so super excited about it. Basically what we'll do is it's going to cover 6 different modules, and each week we're going to cover 2 different modules, which will allow you to feel more comfortable in front of the camera. It will allow you to express what you need to express in your online business, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, and it's really going to increase your audience. So that more and more people are starting to view your post and see you as a legit business. You see you and your brand as a legit business, and always be at the top of people's feeds and really increase your business growth. So that's what I'm offering people, is this amazing small group 3-week workshop. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the link in the chat here. And again, we'll send out the information with the replay that goes out. So I'm really excited for all that. But you can check out that at www.radiantjourneycoaching.com/workshop, because I can't type and talk at the same time, so I'm going to have to wait a minute to do that. And then we'll send all this information out. And again, this is a special launch just for webinar attendees and those who are seeing the replay. And that value is it's an incredible value, and I can't wait for you guys to sign up and really start just like being rock stars all over the place in your social media posts and with your online businesses, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to stop talking for 2 seconds so I can type this in, and then we'll go ahead and we'll just have our little goodbyes for today. And if anybody has any questions or anything, you guys know how to reach us going forward, and we'll be sending this replay out at some point tomorrow. So let me just go ahead and type this in here, Tim. If you want to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody, and then we'll get on our way here.
Absolutely. Everybody who showed up live, thank you. Anybody watching this recording, just everybody who signed up to hear this, thank you. We hope you learned something from this. I mean, we are just so happy, and we're happy that we got one thing that I can tell you is that we got the word out about this, and we got all of you who signed up for this interested without a single paid ad on Facebook, without any spammy marketing strategy. All we did was just showed up as ourselves online and offline and expressed ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we practiced everything that we're preaching tonight.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing, completely organic, to fill the requests that we had scheduled for this webinar, which was amazing. So everybody on the replay, thank you so much for signing up and showing all this interest and love our way. You know, all coaches say, like, my clients are the best, and you know what? You guys that sign up for this stuff, you guys are the best. You guys are what keeps us going, and really, exactly, you guys are the ones that are just really make it all worthwhile. So I look forward to hearing from you guys after you guys see the replay. And again, any questions, you know how to reach out to us. So everybody have a great night.
And as I always say, stay in school, don't do drugs, and eat all your green beans, children.
There you go.